Mr. Was that Meesit? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. We'll just go with Mr. How you doing? I gotta put my glasses down to read and take them off to shoot, so I tend to try not to put them down. Oh, see? Perfect example. What is this? Aha! Yes, yes, yes. I'm not falling for this. Jump up. Excellent strategy. Oh, good shot. Hi, what is that? Ferris? Thinking of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You really what? Really need to go to bed? I really need to go to bed if you're asking me. But instead, I'm going to play video games. I'll take this. Okay, give me something that I can work with here. Do I have a channel, Big Bang? Do you? I don't know what you mean by that. You just wanted me to say that aloud, I guess? Ah, yes, this person. No, I knew when I was being hunted. I hope that person goes on and wins this match. That's a dope skin. That was the person that was shooting me before. Not, they have me locked like fish in a barrel. Play again. Sweet. No, you don't need to apologize. It's just things are extremely vague in text, so I don't get context. I'm trying to understand you. Don't even apologize. I'm sorry that you're talking. No, not talking. I didn't mean like that. I'm happy that you are talking and engaging. It's a peeve of mine as doing live streams if you don't engage with your audience. Unless you're doing an activity that warrants you not to engage. For instance, driving. If you're driving for sport or in any recreational traveling, you shouldn't be reading the chat in any way, shape, or form, and the camera should be mounted someplace where you're essentially just recording it and streaming the travel. Yeah, this is not a safe space. If I'm completely, oh, I get to drive the bus. Yeah, if I'm playing terrible, please just, call me trash and be on the way. I'm playing unranked and it's a video game. I play this because my kids are better at it than me. I mainly play Lego, and I know I rant on about this, but it's the same subject when you play the same game. I was just playing Fear a little bit ago on the last stream. PS3 game. Can I go all the way around? That was cool. That's fun. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna go here. I seem to be continuously not being able to make it out of that area alive. Okay, just give me at least a green assault rifle, please. That's all I want. That's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm pretty happy about that. Sweet. Okay. We got to lock in now. Well, they're weak and they have little weaponry. Make my move. What do these do? Aha, yes. There's another one in there. There's another one in there. Where? I like that you can catch the side of the wall like that. As soon as I figured out you could do that, it completely changed my movement entirely. That you actually can catch the side of the wall. Remember, I have sniper rifle capabilities. Start using them. Someone's up there. Good to see that you're still here. Am I saying far is right? Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Try to get everyone's name right. I still don't know if I'm saying Shania or Shania correctly, but we've committed to Shania and she hasn't corrected me, so I'm assuming it's correct. I'm hoping it is. I try to never assume spelling with anything, to be honest. I've only seen that word written. If I haven't seen it written, I'm not going to believe it's spelling. Where? What is all this? Ah, yes, yes, you and your fancy wings. Okay, now it's your turn. Where are you hiding? Yes! Oh, I speak and she shall appear. Shania. I was just playing a, scary game. I was just playing Fear. I'll try to, well, I was just saying to, Farah's up there that I try not to assume, how to pronunciate names, because I don't want to say names wrong, and then said Shania. My name's a pretty good example, too. Oh, Scribe. Scribe's always hanging around somewhere. Whoop. Yeah, I can't get too distracted. Here. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm here. Oof. You see how much playing an actual shooter game improves your shooting? But yes, I'll try to schedule the next Fear playthrough. I will continue playing that game. Plus, there's Fear 3 to look forward to. So, if we miss Fear 2, there'll be Fear 3. I've been doing that lately. I said that on the last stream, Shania. That's how I've been getting away with it lately. What I do now is I do what's called the pre-sleep. I get home and I have about a 45-minute to a hour and I almost said 120, an hour and 20-minute sleep, and then that will allow me to stay up till 11, possibly 2 in the morning, as is required for any sort of activity that an adult wants to do anywhere out past of an 8 to 5 job. Shout out to our night workers. You guys keep the world going around and you manage your mental health better than any of us because it is hard being a night worker. Your brain is not meant to do that. You are meant to sleepy sleep. And you go home and sleepy sleep when the sun is nice and warm. And I feel bad. But I hope you get paid enough to make it worth it. Because I've been there before. And I wasn't making enough. Actually, at one point I was making a lot, but that wasn't. That was only a part-time thing. That is AI. Yeah, it's 12:36, 12:26. It's the same time here. It's gonna rain all day tomorrow, so there's there's just the Ice King boss, okay. So there's no it's already declared sleep-in. It's a sleep-in day, you know. We've already looked at events, we already know we don't have to go anywhere. Everyone will be sleeping in their own rooms and leaving each other alone in the morning. What am I shooting at? Ooh, okay. Sneaky, sneaky. That was good. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. That was good because that's how I play the game. Hey, that's one of Scribe's main skins right there. Just happened to come on YouTube. Well, that's how us live stream community works. If you just happen to be clicking this app and you see your first 3 to 10 favorite streamers and one of those or 2 of them is on, fabulous. You've got something to do for the next 20 minutes or so before you decide whether you're going to go back to the sleepy time or whether you will do something else. And I'm not going to make any suggestions because we always talk about food on this channel. I'm not even going to say anything more than that. I'm done. Perhaps you will go find where your cat is. It is also raining here. Yeah. We seem to have a similar what's the word I'm looking for? Weather pattern. I'll just keep it simple so I don't have to think of the fancy words. It was warm. It gets warm and then it gets cold and then it gets warm and it does it all through the whole day. Woke up this morning, got myself a sweatshirt, got myself a zippy hoodie. Then I drove to work, and by the time it was noon, I was down to a t-shirt, And yes, I was trying to rhyme that a little bit to woke up this morning. Got some gabagoo. And then I woke up the next day and I got some more gabagoo. Or what am I missing here? I just wanted to. Yeah, that's why I stopped saying the other F word besides fear. Climate. That's a good one. Climate's a good one. I was thinking more of climate zone. Is that the right term? Yes. Climate zone. Yes, exactly, Shania. That's what I was thinking. It's crystal skin. Oh, that's what that one is with the pigtails. Yeah. Not pigtails, ponytails. You got rain now and we're trying to run an errand? It's sporadic. There's I was reading something, I don't want to get into this because the last time I got into this, This platform clipped it and wanted me to post the clip, but I didn't post it because they clip random stuff that you do through the live stream. And they ask whether you want to post it or not, and you can choose to or not. But I was talking about how I use my AI to figure out local events and such, and I straight up asked it, "Hey, what's your running theory as to why it rains every weekend?" And first of all, it said it's a psychological effect, and it just kind of happens to be how the pattern falls, and you just kind of have to deal with it. But it also said flat out that it has to do with the work week because all of the plants and stuff that are unloading water or evaporation from the plant are shut down on the weekends. So it all goes up into the air, and then it's shut down for that little amount of time, and then it wafts over and rains where we are. And I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, if you look at the wind patterns of how, they show how this is supposed to work, technically speaking, yeah, it's a giant funnel. It would kind of all end up going up this way. That's how the differences between the temperatures of the seas. If somebody's much more educated can hop in here and be like, hey, you're dumb, and explain it much better, please step on in and educate us. We love to learn things here in this chat. That's what this is about. Speaking with folks around the world and learning all sorts of cool things. Like, appreciate if you've ever seen a helicopter. There's some people around the world that have never seen a helicopter. Heck! There are some people who've never seen a submarine. I've seen a submarine. I've been on one. Not under the water, of course. It was in a dock, for Pete's sakes, but I went in it. It was cool. Did that work? I don't know. It didn't work. Oh, wow. The ops is over here. Can I just get the ops with a pistol, please? That would be miraculously epic if I could just bang. I'm assuming you mean helicopters is way more risky. Or submarine I would consider military. I don't think you can get private submarines. I don't think that's how that works. Oop. Why would that person turn around? Told you, watch me get somebody with the pistol, I said. Who's next? Where's this person? Behind me. Yep, here we go. Ooh. I need to reload. Okay. Got to get lucky. Gotta get lucky. Oh, that was luck. I know it was. No, that was skill. I'm gonna admit to that. That was pretty clutching. Oh, of course, yeah. Don't even get me on that. Don't even get me on Titan. I thought we've talked about this before on the Subnautica stream. I could talk about Titan all. I watched the documentary about that submarine before that whole thing. I was following their this platform channel before that whole thing. I remember watching the BBC documentary, and the reporter got out of it, and he literally looked like he had witnessed, meeting the Reaper himself, and was saying that was the dumbest thing he had ever done in his life. Yeah, you know what's dumber than that? Wingsuiting. Actually, no. That's on the same level. That's on the same level. Wingsuiting and that is the same level. I don't even want to get into it. You know what carbon fiber is for? It's for the hood on my car. If I wanted to get a nice carbon fiber hood, of course. It's for airplanes. It's for weapons. It's for armor. It's basically meant to make some sort of material lighter and more compact and dense. And I don't know what else to say besides they figured it out in, I don't know, 19, not even 19, 1880, probably, but prior to that, that the only thing that would go to the ocean depth is forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, is it either iron or steel? I want to say steel. A steel ball is the only thing that will get down there because you have to be a sphere. If you are any other shape besides a sphere, if you go off balance for even a millisecond, the thing will implode. That's not what happened to Titan, but it is what happened to Titan. What happened to Titan is the seal cap on the front of it allowed the buoyancy of it to lean forward, and then the entire hull just crushed because it's only held together by, glue and prayers. Not even prayers. Glue and stupid, stupid, stupid people that don't know engineering that got inside of it. Ugh. Rest in peace to that poor child that was in there. Sorry. That's the only thing that upsets me. It's funny in my opinion, but that poor kid that was in there, oh, that's terrible. Everybody else hilarious. Y'all are idiots. No mercy. You think I'd get in an airplane and not say goodbye to my kids if I was piloting some sort of a jet? Like straight up. They know how that is. Can I? Ah, dang, there's two of them. Yeah, in the air, not wingsuiting, like in the air, not in machines. You'll have to look up, just type in Red Bull wingsuit. There you go. It'll show you everything you need to know. There's people that jump from cliffs and they jump between spikes in the cliff and stuff, and it's there's adrenaline rush, and then there's I don't want to say the S word, but I'm this, and I want to be able to express it through extreme sports. I mean, like, let me put it to you this way. Doing a backflip on a snowmobile is safe compared to wingsuiting. And I watched the, I don't know, was that X Games, I think? Anyway, I was watching that thing live when the dude did a backflip on a snowmobile and broke his neck. That happened on live TV. Some dude was snowmobiling and broke his neck. I forget what his name is. And that was a seasoned profession. That wasn't just like some guy doing a backflip. That was a set up extreme sports snowmobile event that the poor guy passed away at. I could probably Google his name right now immediately, and it'll come up on the laptop. That's why I have it here, just in case somebody was asked, what was his name? Okay, I'll Google it. I'll do it. I shall do it. We can talk in vagueness because any question can easily be Googled. That's why we don't have to go into all that detail. I got to drive the bus one of these rounds. That was cool. Was that the second round or the third? You know what? I'll land over here. Yeah, Shania, that Titan sub thing. Ugh. Carbon fiber. Don't even... Now I don't, the guy actually had it run by a, was it a PlayStation controller? He had the whole thing run by like this basic little game PC controller, but I don't blame him for that. Fun fact. So, the military had this really, really complicated, controller that they made for their, whatever that spy scope thing is that pops out of the, top of the boat. Periscope? That's it. They made a really complicated controller for that, and none of the guys could figure out. And then one guy eventually said, oh, screw this, and just went back to the drawing board and remapped the entire thing for an Xbox controller. And then every single guy basically could sit down and figure it out in a couple of minutes. Well, guy, sorry, let me rephrase that. Person, my apologies. Don't you play regular sports? Well, I mean, is there any like particular sport that you had ever played or participated in? Because I know we've talked about soccer before. Never played a match of soccer before? Excuse me. Excuse me. Just trying to catch my breath here. I mean, like, I feel inherently boys playing more sports, but not in that bad way, just inherently. You're talking to a boy that's done ballet, so, I can, I'm going to jump right off on that limb and immediately lead with that. Ballet, dance over here. But, you had to have at least played, like, a game of tennis at some point, or badminton. How about ping pong? Not even, so not even a gym class is what you're saying. Wow. Jeez. Culture shock, everybody. Appreciate the things you have around the world. Good gracious. And I don't mean it like in a bad manner. I just mean like, so I've talked with Scribe about our schools, and I've talked with her about our science classes. They taught us how to do wiring, and they brought in basic batteries and such, and they taught us how to run positive and negative and ground, and taught us how to run parallel wires. And she's like, wow, we never did any of that stuff in our school. And I was like, yeah, that was just in science class. Like, that wasn't even shop class. That was just the science class. And I wouldn't even consider, and I was in public school, so I wasn't in any sort of, please don't, I grew up in a trailer. Do not think I went to any sort of school that was funded by my parents in any way, or family members for that matter, in any way, shape, or form. No. Digitizer! Yes! Now all we need is Jason. Jason, I summon ye, just like I summoned Shania. You can go back in the live stream, Shania, straight up. I said your name, and then all of a sudden you appear. It's a magic. I'll let you guys chat, and I'll make sure not to miss anything here. Scribe will chime in if I'm missing somebody new asking something. Bring it to my attention. See if I can catch the dub here now that everybody's locked in. We got the OGG chat up in here. Shout out to Carlos. We hope everything's going well with you, and we will see you someday. We know it with confidence. None of us have unsubscribed. We patiently wait. Somebody shooting at me? What are you shooting at? Let's see if we can play this game. Woohoo! Yeah, I told you guys it was locked in. Sister from another mister. I haven't heard that term in an ill minute. I haven't heard that term since what, 2008? Dang. It's a throwback right there. Scribe. Oh gosh, a night with a scribe is more tired than I am. That goes to show you I took one heck of a nap, didn't I? What have I said before, kiddos? Do not take your shot unless you're locked in. Reveal my position, I not. See, I would have revealed my position. This person's got the high ground. Nah, I'm gonna try to lock in a little bit better on the situation. What? Bad habit of staying up all night? Nah, I was just joking earlier. It's... So, if anything, you know what's really annoying me? The lack of time I have to eat things in terms of consuming a meal. I think I only have, like, between a breakfast, a lunch, and then dinner, usually I can sit down and eat. But between the breakfast and the lunch, you only get like 20 minutes to be able to actually sit there and eat the food. And that's just not good for your tummy. I don't think that's good for anyone's tummy. I think that's why they introduced caffeine to the working not caffeine to the working force, but specifically cola, because they were having such an issue with mill workers getting sore tummies trying to shove food down their gullet so quickly that they introduced the soda to help negate the agitation throughout the day. I'm just spitballing here and riffing. Trying your best not to smoke. I eat gummy worms when I want a cigarette, that's my thing. I don't know if you were talking about that, but just to stay on subject with digitizer. Anytime I feel like I need to buy a pack of cigarettes, I just go and get a pack of gummy worms. And that makes me smile, and I'm okay with that. I can move on with life. Rock. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I got it. I got you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. As my son says to me, go find your glasses, old man. That's what my son says. Does old man need a nap? Old man needs to go find his glasses. He's been ragging me pretty good lately. Because the thing is, he's starting to get quick. It's the rule of two in this household. Someday he shall strike me down. And then he shall take on an apprentice. And then someday that apprentice shall strike him down. And so is the way of the Sith. You know, I gotta tell you, all my coworkers are drinking Coke Zero. You know I go with the Mexican Coke. But, no, everybody seems to be liking that. Oh, Scribe can talk your ear off about coffee. Scribe's got me on those. If it ain't anything more than... If it's not more than $5 for a coffee, forget it. I'm not touching it. I know better. Yes, I'm paying more than $5 for a coffee because it's delicious and it's got espresso. And it is going to wake me up and I'm going to feel it all day. And I'm going to have to relieve myself from it at least 3 to 4 times because the caffeine will make me have to visit the restroom many times. Luke, what are you doing up so late? And yes, let me see if I can get a win on this one or the next one. We're kind of having late night adult stream. Adult stream. Adult swim. See what I did there? I can't really drink coffee and I drink any soft drinks. John Wick. Luke, I'm down, but I don't want to keep you waiting. Because if I get taken out right now, I'm going to run another one. I'm not getting taken out. No, I'm not playing this game. I'm not doing this. I'm going back this way. Forget it. This is a bad decision. Go this way. You drank coffee this morning? Do you have it with... Okay, so how does everybody like their coffee? Oreos? My son just ate Oreos before bed. He had to negotiate that. Yep, there's the scribe with a cold brew. Yep, dang it. Nah, I knew that person was going to hunt me. That person took advantage. Okay, I'm running one more. And then, yes, Luke, I will go back to the lobby. Running one more. I haven't gotten into the single digits yet. Plus, the chat's on fire right now, and I want to be able to talk to everybody. Mostly creamer, see? See, the chat's on fire right now. Now, would I consider coffee food? No, I consider it beverage, and beverage is not food, because beverage does not give you any real nutritional sustenance. If you were out in the desert with nothing but coffee, that'd be fun for, like, 5 minutes if it was iced coffee, and then it would be terrible. See, I only buy the small packs of Oreos for that reason, Shania. I can't let the kids get a hold of the family pack. They'll rip it apart like velociraptors catching their prey. Yeah, we got the oh, what's the cherry syrup name? What's the name for the cherry syrup, Scribe? Ma. Oh, I always forget that word. I just call it cherry syrup because there's a fancy word for it. Yes, and you'll survive in the Fallout shelter. The Fallout shelter that Luke will be able to make because Luke can build his own shelter out of primitive tools and sticks. And he will be able to live out in the woods with basic tools. And Digitizer will be able to survive off of nothing but the sustenance of coffee grinds and cigarettes and packs of Oreos and Twinkies. Machismo. Machismo? Is that machismo? I can't even say that word. That word's a little tricky even written there, Scribe. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I think coffee messes up your, I'm just gonna say it, bladder habits. I feel as though the less coffee I drink, the less I have to go to the bathroom frequently all day. Yo, speaking of coffee and ramen in the same conversation, I think I've said this before, but I use my Keurig machine mainly to heat up noodles, mainly. That really is its purpose. That thing heats up more noodles than it does make coffee. Oh, that's it. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna have Google pronounce that one because I don't have you right next to me to speak it. Oh, this person's gonna get me. Okay, we got this. We got this. No, I want that gun. I'm not gonna let this person. See? That was smart. That was really smart. Be aggressive. Keurig ramen. Oh, that's a good. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a Mac. That's like a Mac Miller album. You know what I mean? Just in terms of like the artist style that you would uh, expect to release something like that. Keurig ramen. Obviously, Mac Miller has passed away, but I just mean in like that general, scraggly white guy rapper is definitely Keurig ramen is his album title. So me, if I started rapping, Keurig ramen, exactly, honey. And I wake up in the morning and I go to brush my teeth. Avastasian ramen. I'm thinking more of Anastasia. Rah rah Rasputin, of the Russian queen. He was a cat. Awesome name, yeah. What's next? Microwave spaghetti? Now, I gotta tell you, it depends on the consistency of the reheated spaghetti and well, I mean, you're talking spaghetti, so that is the spaghetti in terms of noodles, so you've already said spaghetti. But yeah, no, microwave spaghetti is a thing, but that's leftover spaghetti, you know what I mean? You only zap it for less than a minute. Microwave would imply that it started its life and consumption in the microwave, and that's not how it was. It was initially leftovers, and then it became microwave spaghetti. So, I will approve of that. That being said, I won't eat the leftover pizza if it was left on the counter. It must be put in the fridge. See, we're talking about food again. It happens again. Nuke the spaghetti. Yeah, see? No, yeah, Digitizer knows what's up. But that also being said, if you make a small enough thing, the Keurig machine can cook spaghetti too. I've used that for mac and cheese cups. I'm going back to the lobby after this, Luke. I remembered. I'm just saying it again, just to reiterate my memory. What is this? Why don't they have her as a skin? That's kind of lame. That's a cool skin. They have human Bob or Bill. I think it's Bill, isn't it? Sprinkle cheese? Yeah. Gotta get some sprinkle cheese. Okay, that's the I'm just gonna say pit bike, just for the sake of conversation. That's the pit bike, Luke. Or are you talking about a chainsaw? Because I hear MS-80 and I'm thinking chainsaw. Actually, am I right with saying chainsaw? Freezer pizza, that's not bad. See, I think that is actually a... Doesn't Mac Miller actually have some sort of like a soda and pizza title song? I don't know. I'd have to look up his... That's a real problem with me. I'm somebody that straight up, because of where I was born in the time of listening to music, I just click on albums and I'll listen through entire albums and I won't know the names of any songs unless it's my favorite song on that album. Been listening to a lot of am I saying sorry about this. Yeah, your turn. Ooh, okay. I made a mistake, didn't I? Yeah, I made a mistake. Yep. Really? They ran past me? Okay, I wasn't counting on that working. I didn't think that was gonna work, but it did. My blowtorch didn't work, so they just razor blade, scalped and shaded. You be careful with a blowtorch. Okay, personally, have lit myself on fire here. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Glad it was nothing more than just a brief, oh wow, my flesh is melting, and then the situation was over, other than my flesh melted. It's not fun. Now, I've been on fire other times after that, but yes, I've lit myself on fire. Getting put on fire unintentionally does not count. Ooh, that's good. Depeche Mode, love it. Classy AF. I've been listening to 80s music too. Well, 80s, 90s music. I've been listening to the Yeah-Yeahs lately. Yeah, I like the Yeah-Yeahs before that song. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. Yeah, I like that before that was a whole trend thing. That was the one that like made that was the one that made everybody go look at their album. You did an 80s workout today? I've mentioned this before, but one of my grandmothers is straight up like Jane Fonda level aerobics teacher in terms of like she's in aerobics videos like the OG VHS tape aerobics videos, trying not to shout out anything specifically, but like legit. All right, girls, with the freaking plastic step up things that they had back then. Actually, back then they weren't even plastic. They were the oh, what did they use back then before the plastic ones? I think they used those they just used wooden blocks back then. Oh, I don't even remember because all I remember is those stupid plastic boards that they had in those rooms. I just remember thinking to myself, like, why can't you just put a piece of wood down with a rubber mat on that? You're over there paying $50 for a piece of plastic to stomp on. Jane Foster? Oh, sorry, Fonda. Am I getting that backwards? My bad. Scribe, where were you on that one? Thank you, Shania. Your middle finger hurts. Am I missing a reference on that one, Digitizer? I probably am. Oh, okay. Luke's middle finger hurts. Okay. As you guys can clearly see, I've got both hands on the controller. I'm not going back up on the chat there. I do. Oh, word. Okay. I'm trying to remember how she sounds, but obviously you guys remember I'm getting my voice back. Ready? Okay. Now left. Now right. Now left. Now right. Now left. Now right. Now hands to the side. Now hands to the side. Now up. Now up. Now down. Now down. Now freeze. Hold. Oh gosh, it's all coming back to me now. My friends used to make fun of me because I'd go to the aerobics classes, and I would, shadow with her teaching the girls. And then one day, my boy went to meet me outside on his bicycle, and he walked out and he saw all, the 20-something, 30-year-old something girls in their aerobics outfits, and me, 14 years old, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. And I'm like, you want to come to aerobics? It's fun. That's different, obviously. We're talking about being the youth. Now I probably, if I was not broken the way that I was, I probably could lead a yoga class. I often joke that I should be at work the official tractor yoga person. Because y'all need to do some stretches because we can't be having these guys throwing their backs out every other week. Y'all got no excuses. You're like, oh, I need to go home and I need to rest. Yeah, but you're not going to do anything about your back. 7th? Not bad. Okay, I'm going back to lobby like I promised. Oh, I can touch my toes. Whoa, we got flips going on here. Here's your winner right here. Pistol shooting with the snipe. Oh, for real. What was my... I got 1 kill. 1 kill! Yes, you can join the party. I'm going back to the lobby. Shania, you have a good night. I'm so glad everybody gets to meet up and chat. We'll say hi to Jason if he pops in. I'm just kidding. If he wasn't gonna pop in now, he's sleeping. Ooh, I have to answer these questions, Luke. Oh, Didge is going? Sorry, I got it backwards. Later, Didge. I'll do the same. Okay, I think I'm only really going to run 1 or 2, depending on our success here, Luke. Let me answer these questions. You can see these surveys are very important. What are the most important reasons for playing Fortnite Battle Royale? Hey guys, you need to start specifying the difference between Battle Royale build and zero build because I don't like answering these questions because I don't think it applies to me, but I'll answer it. The social behavior of others. I prefer the weapons and the items in this mode. I do. The most exciting thing in Fortnite right now? No, the most exciting is Lego. No. The rules in this mode, loot pools, master caps, yeah, okay. To complete quests, social behavior of other players, I like this map mode, okay, submit. Those are important things. Duo, zero build, I'm ready, let's go. Your back hurts? Oh, it must be from the stretching. Well, don't drink, like we're saying, don't drink any caffeine or anything like you say that you don't. Ben 10? They have Ben 10 skins? You kidding me? It started when an alien device did what it did and stuck itself upon its wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. Ben 10. Look at your arms. Thank you, thank you. We got the Danny Phantom skins. We got his and her Danny Phantom skins. I bought them for 3 different accounts just to make sure that my missus could have the I forget what her name is. I keep wanting to call her Goss, but that's Invader Zim. I always get those two mixed up. Gotta catch them all because he's Danny Phantom. Gotta catch them all because he's a Phantom. You know the routine, Luke. I'll stick with you. You know what's hilarious? I say Mac Miller. Guess what's playing on the old radio right now? Mac Miller. I always play this game with music. I know everyone here knows that, but just sticking with my brand. I pretty much play this game entirely deaf. I don't listen to any of the audio. Oh gosh, Mac Miller in one of his songs here, he says, what is this, Carpe Diem? He says, Chuck Norris. Gosh, that is strange to think. Both of them are gone. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to freaking snake that from you. You want that grenade launcher thing? Sorry, I gotta stop playing like I'm wearing a mic with you. We are live streaming. Oh, yes. I would more so...
And with the grenade launcher thing, you can shoot it and it makes it, and it marks around people near you.
Ah, thank you. I assumed it was actually a grenade launcher. By the way, it looks like we're down to, what is that, a 10-second delay? That's not bad. Okay, maybe if one more year passes, I'll update the router one more time. Whatever they call it, modem? I don't know. Real thing is I gotta get an actual PC to run this whole house. This laptop is not cutting it. I can't keep running this house off the laptop. It's not working. Okay. Yo, over... No, never mind. Not there. Damn it. Where the heck are they? Yep, here.
Wait, this is the Save the World builds.
Oh, that's the corpse, okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay with Luke. Oh, what is that, I think that we are gonna be friends. I think that we are gonna be friends. I think that we are gonna be friends. I forget the lyrics right now. This is the most secure structure I've ever seen. Ooh. Alright. Okay, I was gonna say, that's getting a little much. Okay, starting to... I'm assuming in terms of ready to go back to sleep is what you mean, Shania? Yeah, as I said to Luke, I'm either gonna do one or two depending on our success here. We get it first try, I'm out. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, we're wandering, and I'm forgetting. Yep, sleepy time. Yeah, no, I got you. It's almost 2 in the morning. Rare Tiger 24. Oh, mercy. That's my ops right now is Rare Tiger 24. I gotta tell you, I'm shaking in my boots. Rare Tiger and 24 just happens to be my birthday date number. I'm spooked. I don't know what to do. I just wanted to hear the pizza music a couple of times. Oh, Luke's over there solo panthering. I like this one better. Okay, I would really like an assault rifle, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Legendary Twin Mag SMG.
Ooh, okay. Shiver me timbers. Ahoy, Buccaneers. I always, every time I go to do a pirate voice, you know what I default to? I default to Tim Curry from Muppet's Treasure Island. Every time I go to default to a pirate voice. We shish kebab. And, we shish kebab and barbecue stowaways. Shish kebab.
Fire you me mateys.
Not bad, not bad. The raspiness of my recent blowing out my vocal cords from being sick is definitely helping. It's getting better. Doesn't hurt to talk anymore, but I still can't do any sort of octaves. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Actually, wow, not bad. That wasn't trying, though. That was just not wanting to sound like I'm a prepubescent boy. I want my voice back. I make cartoons. I'll get there. We're getting there. I voice act every day when I pick up the phone for customers. Ooh, okay, okay. This one's got the biscuits, he says. Yeah, this is the situation. What? That doesn't work. What did I talk about playing real shooter games? When you've been playing a real shooter game, that stuff just does not work. Patchy the Pirate? That or the pirate from SpongeBob. Yes, I got you. Yep. Okay. I'm glad that Tim Curry is as iconic in that role as I thought he was. That you immediately got that. Because, yeah, the pirate from SpongeBob definitely, in my opinion, way more known than than Tim Curry in terms of like I think more people know that pirate than freaking Tim Curry actually as an actor in my opinion. Oof. Stop. Sometimes those buttons.
Here, I'm gonna throw a big pot over to you.
Okay, thank you. Stop. Sometimes those. It's so weird hearing my voice on the echo. We'll get that fixed eventually. We'll get it fixed. I'm not spending money on consoles. I'm spending money on going to the trampoline park with the kids. The Flying Dutchman, yeah, for sure, absolutely. The green ghost guy, yes. The Dutchman. What the heck, this crud. Okay, mark your shots. Patient. Patient is the one. Ooh. Ouch. The Flying Dutchman is
Okay.
probably the best character on that show. I would agree with you. He probably made me laugh more than any of them. I would absolutely agree. I'm actually crushing it with this, to be honest. Davy Jones Locker. Ladle, 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 ladle. We're still watching regular show, by the way. That's awesome that you like regular show. You know who else likes regular show? My mom! My favorite is Benson. Benson is definitely my favorite, for sure. You know what? I'm gonna switch this. Where was the other rifle? Yes, I'm gonna switch that. Yeah, Benson's my favorite. Clean up this mess or you're fired! I can't yell too loud. I'm gonna wake my son up. His room's right above me. Sorry for kind of like stealing that. My bad. Behind you, behind you.
Purple combat.
I have it. You gave me one earlier. Jolly good show. Jolly good. Pops, yep. And obviously you've watched through all of it, not to spoil it, but gosh, that is one of those shows that, like, I love how it just did the whole, like, okay, now we have a plot at the end, like, in the last season. We actually were working to something here. Such a great twist. When you actually can bring it together to make it actually all have some sort of a plot and meaning to it, rather than it just being a, you know, it's a show, these are the characters. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I almost did the same thing too. We almost did the dodo bird effect. There we go. Where are you going?
I just got done watching Penguins of Madagascar.
Dope. 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 If you have not seen the Penguins of Madagascar movie, which I feel like we've talked about that before in this chat, in my opinion, the Madagascar movies don't matter. It's just the Penguin movie. Always been just the Penguin movie. Why don't we have another Penguin movie? Because they probably can't make another Penguin movie better than the first one, so they just aren't gonna do it. They said, no, we can't make a better Penguin movie. We're just not gonna bother. We aced it the first go. Jeff, bake on! We're gonna need that victory cake. Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but we've got to get to safety. I don't know what you're doing. You love the Penguins? Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like we've talked about that before. Luke. Gotta get out the storm, Luke. What's going on here, Luke? You're getting all the special weapons, Luke says. want all the special stuff. Oh, that was cool. I didn't know you could do that. I was just kind of doing that for funsies. I didn't realize you could do that. I wanted to try that again. Okay, no, I didn't have enough stamina to do so. That would make sense. We gotta get one of these for the winter time. Directly have this thing grounded into the house like that. Like, right, Luke? Right, Luke? Just have that outside, like, in the car, like, adjacent to the carport. Fantastic. I'm good. I'm full weapons and 3 med kits. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Shebas. Okay. Sheba, yo. Oof. Everyone, Kowalski. No question. Kowalski's my favorite. Everyone's favorite penguin. You got, Skipper, Kowalski, Ringo, and Private. Oh yeah, I know those penguins off the top.
Rico is my favorite.
Rico?
Favorite, not Private.
No, I got you. Every answer for this is acceptable. There is no unacceptable. It's not like with the Ninja Turtles where it's kind of like, you just gonna go with Leo? Like, you know what I mean? You like Ringo? Who's shooting at what here? What's going on here? You're already out of there? Okay. Ringo's a good choice. Ringo's definitely got the, Ringo's got the funniest actions, whereas Kowalski says some of the most off-kilter things. Okay, I'm getting shot at from all directions here. I'm not gonna get pinched like this. That's not happening. Raphael or Donatello? Donatello. But technically, if everybody knows the Ninja Turtle lore, Michelangelo is the most powerful of the turtles. If everybody knows the Ninja Turtle lore, Michelangelo is technically the most powerful turtle. Did you clip him right before he got over there? You did. You're gnarly. That was Skips, by the way. Regular show. Okay, you're not gonna get clipped. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. I'm trying to think of other examples. Oh, favorite Powerpuff Girl. Buttercup. Oh yeah, no. I got a favorite Powerpuff Girl. Let's go. Favorite Looney Tune? Tasmanian Devil. Okay, now I need the pizza. Now I need the sweet sustenance. He's right here. Alright, well, I gotta tell you, we're gonna call it. Blossom, yep.
W's.
Yep, no, we definitely gotta call it. It's 1:30 in the morning here. The scribe is falling asleep. If I have out... The scribe is falling asleep. If I have...
Alright, I gotta go to bed. See you later,
yep. Okay, later, Luke. Catching that dub. Shania, I'm glad we caught you when you woke up from your nap. get, well, not nap, but your siesta, I should say. I call it siesta. I take siestas. I take many siestas. But yes, I'm glad we caught you here for your nap for a little bit. Scribe, you're still awake. Excellent. Let me get upstairs. Everybody have a good night.